Welcome back. Baruti has given us a mission. We have to talk to Queenie to get her to support Uminska's campaign, but before we do that we can talk to Baruti some more.
Baruti might be the happiest man in Europolis. Nothing ever gets him down. He's like a human robot of happiness.
Well, at least he's not letting the vandalism affect him then.
I admire Baruti. He has so much passion and enthusiasm for his job. For life. We're a bit too different to be close friends, but he's a joy to work with.
Okay, let's talk to him.
What's on your mind, Sissy?
Sounds like Baruti's been around the world and back. I'm jealous. Before the coma, I don't know. I didn't care as much. I was happy staying put. And now that I want to travel more, I can't afford it. Figures.
There's a bunch of stuff we can talk about.
I don't think I ever asked Baruti how he ended up working for Lea Uminska and the Social Democrats.
I think the thing she just said was actually the description for the travel option. We're gonna just start at the top, I guess.
How did you end up working on the campaign?
Just a happy accident. I was working for a charity in Dresden, a support network for homeless teens. I'd only been in Europolis a couple of months. I was still learning the ropes. I honestly had no idea what I was doing. One day, Lea Uminska got in touch, asking how she could be of assistance to our charity. She'd just been elected leader of the party. We got to talking, she told me about her campaign. Of course, I was an arrogant ass. I told her everything I thought they were doing wrong. Humility wasn't in my blood back then. Afterwards, I figured, well, that's the last I'll ever hear from her. 2 weeks later, I get an offer from her campaign manager. They want me to join her team in Gdansk.
That must have been a good feeling.
I was scared, Sissy. I left Botswana because I was tired of doing things just for myself. I came to Europolis to help others. Maybe do some good. For once. And now, suddenly, here I was. Part of a movement to change the world. I wasn't prepared for it. But I couldn't say no. And I haven't for a single moment regretted that decision.
I guess they must have liked the things he was saying.
Baruti always speaks so warmly of Lea Uminska. He must be her biggest and most loyal supporter. I don't think I can ever really understand that kind of dedication, especially when it comes to politics. It's impressive. Almost humbling. How well do you know Uminska?
I've known her for several years, professionally. It's not like we're friends. Although she did take me out to dinner once, to thank me for my help. She's guarded, not the warmest person in the world. I think that's where we need to improve. Help her to open up and be more human. Get voters to see the person behind the mask. I really do think she's the right person to run Europolis. And not just because the alternatives are so disturbing.
Every time I watch Konstantin Wolf speak, I get the shivers. The bad ones.
They don't call him Kaiser Konstantin for nothing. And Lea, Miss Uminska, she knows him better than most. She has to constantly stand up to him and his hooligans. She has to deal with incessant insults and slandering without sinking to his level. I don't envy her that position. She's not perfect. No one is. But she is the person in the world I respect the most, and I will follow her through thick and thin, to the very end. I owe her that.
It does sound like Uminska is the only person in this election who is not an extremist of some kind, or completely in the pocket of the corporations. Then again, we are getting a bit of a colored view, I guess. It's not like Zoe is entirely objective here. She is working for Uminska, after all.
Konstantin Wolf is Uminska's biggest opponent, and Baruti's nemesis. I don't know what he'd do if Wolf won the election. Probably leave and head back south. Are you worried Wolf could win?
Of course I'm worried. He is a snake. Slippery and venomous. Wolf is a populist, a nationalist, a fascist. He claims he represents the people, but he only represents himself. And, of course, the corporations that are secretly backing his campaign.
I thought Wolf was anti-corporate. That's what he says in the ads.
That man has a lot of plata. Millions being channeled into his campaign. Where do you think that's coming from? He has the support of some very powerful people. The same people he bad-mouths in his manifestos.
I don't understand.
It's a show, Sisi. The corporate syndicate knows that Dieter Gross and the Alliance have lost any shred of authority and trust. They made a mistake there, and it's hurt them. With Wolf, they have a new strategy. He pretends to distance himself from the corps in order to represent the working people. He will berate the corps, claim that he's going to clean things up, put power back into the hands of the proletariat. But the truth is, he is even more in the pocket of the syndicate than Dieter Gross and the Blues. It's a brilliant strategy, as long as they can control him.
And you don't think they can?
I think he's more dangerous than they have reckoned with. He's two-faced, manipulative. Once he's clawed his way into power, he's capable of anything. He's created a cult of personality around himself. A very calculated fictional narrative that appeals to a lot of voters unhappy with the state of Europolis. The only thing we can do is try to expose his lies. And
What?
I think I found something. I've been doing a lot of digging. Back in Botswana, I have connections high up in Bokamba Mesa. Family connections. There might be evidence of BM funneling funds into Constantine's campaign. Maybe even directly into his personal account. And if that's the case, we might finally have some real dirt on Kaiser Constantine. At the very least, it would make people question his integrity and honesty. If we're lucky, maybe even enough evidence for a criminal investigation.
I hope you're being careful, Baruti.
I am. Once I have concrete evidence, I'm giving it to your man, Riza. He can do the story, expose Wolf and his lies.
I'm sure the Hand will be very interested. But Baruti, please just stay low, okay? Kaiser Constantine is evil.
He is. And this is exactly why we have to fight him. We cannot back down, Sisi. To do so would be dishonest and cowardly.
Wolf sounds like quite a piece of work. If Baruti is right.
I don't know much about Baruti and his life before we started working together. We've been friendly, but he knows a lot more about me than I do about him. And I am curious. What did you do before you came to Europolis?
I was a lawyer. Can you believe it? Corporate law even. Eish.
Yeah, no, I can't see it.
I was good too. I managed the family's trust in Johannesburg. My older brothers run things from Francistown, Gaborone, and the City of London.
How many brothers do you have?
4. And 3 sisters. We are 8 altogether. Same father, different mothers.
You're the youngest?
Youngest boy. I have 2 younger sisters. Twins. They aren't involved in the family business. But my older sister, Lesedi, is. We don't speak. She did not approve of my change of heart.
What happened?
What can I say? I finally saw what I was doing with my life. Existing only for myself. Obsessed with money, power, status. Also, I didn't agree with some of the investments we were making. The lack of ethics. So, one day I left it all behind. My job, my family, my fiancée. I had to make a clean break. It was too easy to simply fall back into the good life. I had to learn to struggle.
You don't miss them?
Every day, Sissy. Every day. I speak to Gosego from time to time, my second oldest brother, and the twins, of course. But the rest? They were disappointed and angry. They didn't understand. Never will.
Good for him.
7 siblings. Impressive work. I can't even begin to relate. Makes me wish I'd had siblings growing up. Well, I did. I just never knew. I can understand how he'd miss them all, especially the twins. Sounds like they were close.
He's always talking about Faith there. The girl from the previous game.
What do your younger sisters do?
Ah, the twins. They are wonderful, Sissy. You'd like them. They also jumped ship. Left the family business, but I don't think Father ever expected them to be a part of it. They live in Ireland now.
They're Neo-Luddites.
Anarcho-primitives.
Cool. A friend from uni went feral for a few years. She told me all about it after she reintegrated. Apparently, there's no trains and the tribal council forbids air traffic.
There's one old ferry that runs daily from Liverpool, but that's all. And there's no wire connection to Ireland. We don't get to talk often, unfortunately.
What about your other siblings?
They're all in the family business. Corporate lawyers, financiers, like Father. My oldest sister Lesedi is second in command. When Father retires, she takes the reins. He keeps a tight leash on everyone. And when he can't, he cuts you off.
Your mother too?
We see each other now and then. But to Father, she was just another in a long line of baby mothers. Bought and paid for. They are separated. She shares an estate with the other ex-wives. It's an odd arrangement. But Mother knew what she was getting into. She's been well compensated. I think she's happy. In her way. Hey, what can I say? My family is crazy. Dysfunctional. It's what I wanted to escape from, Sissy. I didn't want to keep living that life. And I'm not one of them anymore.
Jeez, sounds like quite the family. Especially his father sounds like a big romantic.
Most people I know have an ambivalent relationship with Europolis, but Baruti seems to be very happy here. I wonder if that's just show. I don't get your enthusiasm for Europolis, Baruti.
You've only been here a few months, Sissy. It takes time to understand Europolis. It has a complicated, fragmented soul. Every district is its own organism. I find Propast fascinating. More so than the other districts I've lived in. Dresden, Gdansk, even Berlin. Propast has an old soul. There's real history here. But it's also where history is being rewritten. Where the new Europe is actually happening. That's another reason why I came here for the campaign. Propast is like a barometer for Europolis as a whole. Whichever direction the wind blows in Propast, the rest often follows.
Will you stay here after the campaign is over?
I don't know what Leia and the party has planned for me, if we take office. I'm not sure my future is in politics. But I won't abandon my duty if I'm asked to serve. I'll stay in Europolis for certain, unless Wolf wins. Then, I don't know. Anything but going south. I want to keep a safe distance from Father and the family business.
Sounds like Baruti's been around the world and back. I'm jealous. Before the coma, I don't know. I didn't care as much. I was happy staying put. And now that I want to travel more, I can't afford it. Figures.
Hey, you traveled to another world, even if you don't remember it.
You're lucky to have traveled a lot.
I don't know if I'd say I've traveled a lot, but I have traveled. When I was part of the family business, I regularly did business across Africa, the kingdom, and the conglomerate. It made me realize how lucky I was to grow up in Botswana and South Africa. The freedom and prosperity we enjoy in the African Union, the resources, fresh air, lack of pollution. I miss that. Most of all, Africa is a paradise. And you don't think about it until you see how it is elsewhere. How people are hungry, cold, with no easy access to implants or gene therapy.
I really miss Africa. Especially when it's like this, boiling hot and humid. Does it ever get better?
Better? Never. Well, maybe for a month in spring and autumn. But winter here is bitter and wet. And in summer, it's like this every day. Not a breath of fresh air. No, you must learn to appreciate Europolis for its strengths, and not compare it with home, Zizi.
Okay, that seems to be it.
I should get going. There's work to do and I can't be late. Reza gets really annoyed if he's cooking and I miss dinner time. See you later, Baruti.
Okay, Sisi. I'll see you later.
Okay, I guess we better find Queenie, who's in the bricks. Where's the synagogue?
It's the only temple in Propast. It's a lot bigger on the inside. It's the only temple in Propast.
What is it,
It's
TARDIS?
a lot bigger on the inside.
Interesting how it seems like Africa is really the only nice place left on the planet.
My bad.
Isn't there a crow boy around here somewhere we can ask? Yes.
Crowboy's here to help you find your way in I got a hankering for giving you directions.
We need to go to the Chinese market.
We buy takeaway down in the bricks at least once a week. Great food, and if you're lucky, you can pick up some cool stuff. If you're not so lucky, the worst junk. Can you direct me to the Chinese market?
You looking to do some shopping in the bricks? Well, shucks. Say ni-hao to the Chinese market for me. Anytime you need a rootin' tootin' six-barrel shooting crow cowboy to give you directions to anywhere in Propast, you just call on the crow boy.
And it seems like that's just down the river, so that should be easy. I don't know if the whole Africa is the only nice thing left, nice place left thing happened before or after the collapse. I mean, I guess Newport wasn't exactly a very nice place before the collapse in the longest journey, but we didn't really see much of the rest of the Stark.
This is no
back
place
then.
for a young lady.
I guess Japan wasn't too bad either in Dreamfall. At least the part that we saw. I mean, Wadi basically seemed to rule that town, but it still looked like a nice, normal Japanese town.
You look like you could need some directions, miss.
Actually, I don't need directions. I know where I'm going.
I'm not really into the whole...
Sunshine Plaza. Oh, that's where we lived. Krista Vista is where this came from. Caprova is where the lab is. Wait, we can go into this bar?
Yeah, screw the career, the campaign, and my boyfriend. It's party time for Zoe. No,
I guess we can't go into this bar.
it's the middle of the day. I haven't reached the tipping point quite yet. Much as I'd like to spend the rest of my day getting drunk and dancing on tables, no.
Okay, I guess we can't.
Building the new Europe? Because that one will.
I keep looking at billboards that are hidden behind things that I think I'm looking at. This seems to be Queenie. Or her boat, anyway. I don't think this girl is Queenie. Queenie Quintessentials.
My pills
grab a minute.
How old can she be? 14? For someone her age, she projects a lot of authority.
You can see Queenie sitting inside there. But no getting on that boat. I guess we need to talk to this girl.
Good day. Welcome to Queenie's Quintessentials. Are you looking for anything in particular?
I'm looking for Queenie.
Oh, the Madame's not seeing anyone at the moment. I can show you her latest creations if you'd like.
I'm not shopping. I need to speak with Queenie. Could you ask her if she has a moment?
That depends. Did you bring anything?
Bring anything? Like what?
Madame Queenie is a respected figure in this community. In order to see her, you need to show respect. A gift, something of value, something that proves you're here to discuss important matters.
What would that be?
I'm sure you'll find something that reflects your taste and the value you place on a potential meeting with the Madame.
Okay, I guess we need to find a gift of respect and great value is required to gain an audience with Queenie. Well, this is a Chinese market. I'm sure we can find something. Fortunately, Baruti gave us money, so...
Not that I would know, but those items look very, very expensive.
Well, maybe we can find something like that that is more inside of our
Thanks for
budget.
stopping by.
No one would miss one little item, would they? Would they? Oh, they totally would.
Thinking of stealing, Zoe. That's not a good thing to do. Let's see.
Take a look at my
Who
merchandise.
sells here?
You see anything you like? How much do you have to spend?
I don't know if I see anything I like. I can't interact with anything here, so I'm going to guess no.
What do I do now? I don't know what to do now.
Zoe gets very confused when you try to use random buzzers.
Panel closed. Closed panel. Hello? Hi, wrong address? Who am I visiting? No one. That's who I'm visiting.
Okay, obviously we don't need to be in there.
I'll see you soon.
What do we have here?
Chinese lions. Most likely made of moon dust. I've heard that stuff causes rashes. The moon dust, not the lions.
It is a very good very good material to make portal surfaces from, though.
Chinese lions. Most likely made of... It's, what was it again? Baijiu? Baijiu. Chinese liquor. I've never tasted it. I'm more of a beer gal.
Looks like Queenie had a whole bunch of those bottles, so it may not be a very original gift, but I guess it would work as a gift.
Looks like cheap liquor, but what do I know about liquor? Beer, on the other hand.
Yes, we get it. You're a beer expert. I guess if we want that wine, we should talk to the vendor.
He's selling a bunch of stuff. I'm not really sensing any sort of theme here. Just stuff. And that Chinese liquor, Baijiu. That bottle of liquor.
Baijiu, Chinese wine. The very best you can possibly get. This one is distilled from the rarest seeds of tear grass grown on the Himalayan slopes, with purified water from the deepest wells of Kunming and organic rice grains from Guilin.
Sounds expensive.
For you, only 20,000 yuan.
20,000? That's insane.
It's a bargain. Look, the price tag says 30,000. You're getting an incredible deal.
Well, I don't have 20,000 yuan. Can't you go any lower?
I'd be losing money if I did that. No deal.
Yeah, that's a little bit out of our budget. Also, I don't believe a word of what he just said. I have a feeling that it's not actually that special. We unfortunately have only 2,000 yuan. Whatever that currency may be.
Miyuan. Crypto coin. The preferred currency in the BRICS.
Some kind of untraceable form of funds, I guess. Very convenient. But nowhere near enough. Guess we could go back to Baruti and ask him for another 18,000 yuan, but I have a feeling that's not going to work. Well, maybe someone else has something more appropriate, or the same thing for a lower price. Let's see. Doesn't seem to be like there's anything here.
No, that's clavada, a total rip-off. Way too expensive. I'll give you 350 for it and not one kwai more.
350? Are you mocking me? That's less than what I paid. At that price, I'll be losing money. 360, and that's my final offer.
Mierda, that's it. That's the price you give to strangers. How many times have I shopped here? I thought we were friends. You're disrespecting me with that price. 350.
How do you expect me to be able to feed my children, make rent, pay Mr. London for protection? 360.
350.
360.
I'm not going anywhere above 350.
I'm not going anywhere below 360.
I can do this all day. 350, final offer.
So can I. 360. That's my final offer.
350.
Oh my god.
360.
I'm not going anywhere above 350.
They're not getting anywhere,
I'm not
are they?
going anywhere below
Oh.
360.
She does sell the
I
wine
can do
we
this all
want.
day.
A bottle of
final
Baijiu.
offer.
So
talk
can
to her?
I. 360. That's my final offer.
I'm not
350.
quite sure what she's selling.
360.
I'm not going anywhere above 350.
An eclectic assortment
I'm
of
not going
merchandise.
anywhere below
And also that
360.
Baijiu stuff.
I can do this all day. 350,
Can't you see
final
that
offer.
I'm busy with a customer?
350.
360.
Okay, I guess she doesn't
I'm
want
not
to
going
talk to us
anywhere
while
above
they're still arguing,
350.
and I don't
I'm
think they're
not going
getting
anywhere
anywhere.
below 360.
I can do this all day.
It's only
350,
10 yuan.
final offer.
Come on.
So can I. 360.
Oh, for God's sake. You're 10 yuan apart. You know what? I'm paying the difference. Withdraw it from my stick. Can you guys please wrap this up now?
What? How dare you?
Sorry? It's 10 yuan. That's nothing, right?
Nothing? Nothing! You understand nothing. It's not about money, it's about respect. Scheiße! Puta! You've taken my face and you stepped all over it. I have no face. Look, down there on the ground. What's that? That's my face. No, I won't lose face because of this dupa. And paying the full sticker price. What is it? 1,200 yuan? Here, take all of it. All of it!
You should come by more often.
That wasn't... what? What just happened?
That's a good question.
I just made 800 from your little show. Nice work. Never mind. What can I help you with? I'll give you a very special price on anything you want.
That's good, because we want that expensive wine.
That bottle of, Baijiu.
You have excellent taste. Finest Chinese wine, most prestigious gift. Made with short grain rice from Wuchang and the rarest seeds of tear grass grown in the greenest vales of Inner Mongolia, with purified water from the ancient oasis of the Gobi Desert.
Sounds very familiar.
What's that?
Nothing. How much?
Since you helped me, I give you a very, very special price. It's normally 20,000 yuan, but I'll sell it to you for 5,000.
Generous, but still a bit steep. Can you give me even more of a special price?
What? Are you insane? Short grain rice from Wuchang, Mongolian tear grass, Gobi well water?
Point taken, but no thank you.
That sounded like an entirely different collection of bullshit ingredients. Maybe we can get them to bid against each other. Let's talk to the first guy again.
How come that woman over there is selling the exact same wine for only 5,000 yuan?
What? That no good dishonest thief. We'd agreed on a special price. She's selling a cheap counterfeit made with the lowest of low-grade synthetic rice and imported space water. But I don't want you to suffer because of her dishonesty and trickery. I will sell you this bottle for 3,000 yuan.
From 20,000 to 3,000.
A special price, only for you, only today.
Still too expensive, though.
That is my final offer. I'm already losing money on that.
3,000, we're getting closer. Let's keep this bidding war going, I guess. She's selling medicine?
This one contains real comet ice. How is comet ice good for your libido, real or otherwise? Ice is ice.
Well, that's some definition of the word medicine, I guess.
This is a pretty broad definition of medicine.
That's basically what I just said.
Snake oil. At least they're running an honest scan. Ground panda? I'm just gonna guess misspelling and move on.
They're probably telling the truth.
Cat. Just cat? I mean, it's a bottle containing black powder in it. Okay, whatever. Cat.
Definitely not buying that one.
I'm not going to ask how they produce zebra juice. There's just no good answer to that question.
Well, you just squeeze a zebra really hard. Wait. No, there is no good answer to that question.
Snake oil. At least they're running an honest scam. I found another bottle of wine. Same as yours, but cheaper. 3,000 yuan.
What? Impossible! No one sells this wine for less than 15,000 yuan. It must be a different label.
Same exact label.
A forgery then. This is the bricks. There are forgeries everywhere. Not here, of course. I'm legal. Everything you see on this table is the real deal.
Sure, but it looked the same to me, and since I can't tell the difference...
Wait! I give it to you for 2. Can't believe I'm saying this. 2,000 yuan.
Awesome! That is exactly the price we were hoping for. We'll take it.
I hope you're happy that my children won't be eating tonight.
That's terrible, but I can live with it.
You're a ruthless negotiator. I respect that.
And she's probably exaggerating. Anyway. We've got ourselves a bottle of Baiju, whatever that is. Not sure if that's a real drink or not, to be perfectly honest.
Baiju. Chinese liquor. A fine gift for Queenie, I hope.
I hope so too. But I guess we'll have to find out if Queenie will accept our gift in the next video.